Here's a look at Yema's nicest, their most complicated watch that they've produced to date. It's the Superman Tourbillon, and it's not just a cheaply made Chinese tourbillon placed within this brand's well-known diver design. No, it's a real manufacture movement. Everything about this tourbillon is designed, produced, and assembled all within a 70-kilometer area near the border of France and Switzerland. This movement is hand assembled, it's hand checked, it's hand regulated in 6 positions in Morteau, France. Hence the name CMM.31 or Caliber Manufacturer Morteau 31. And I recognize that a tourbillon is not a common complication. It's not an affordable complication, and there likely aren't many people in the world that shop for this type of watch, especially set within a very capable diver. But that doesn't stop me from wanting to check it out, take a look at the details, see how it fits on my wrist, and really appreciate what is being done in the world of current French watchmaking. Now, the original Superman debuted in 1963, and this modern version has the general retro look of an original Superman, including my favorite feature, this hexagonal-shaped bracelet with those links. I really like the look of this, really like how this fits on my wrist. This modern version has a few departures from what you would find in an original, including a quick extension system, but also a few differences in the dial, a difference in the bezel system as well. The original had a crown engaging bezel lock, and this one has a traditional bezel, but it has a highly curved shape to that black ceramic, and I really like that. The action is also noticeably upgraded. It's very crisp. It's nicer compared to previous Superman bezels that I've handled and personally owned. The dial is clean. The applied markers and the large hand design, they're both tall, substantive, and finished well. Again, noticeably nicer than prior Superman models, and I think that's important to note. Now, Yema wants to set this watch apart. They don't want it to look exactly like a far more affordable Superman offering. They want to clearly show the levels of quality and detail that they can produce at, and I think in that regard they were successful. Now let's take a closer look at this movement. This is easily the star of the show. The finishing of the caliber is crisp, it's clean. There's a mix of darker blasted surfaces, and then those are accented with brighter, raised, brushed surfaces, and I think it looks good. Now, I want to note that this is a large diver at 42 millimeters in diameter. It's crafted out of grade 5 titanium, and so this CMM31 movement, it's also proportionally large, and it fills the back of this watch nicely. And that's an underrated aspect of a large watch. Now, the only text present within the caliber is Yema, Caliber Manufacturer Morteau 31, and then the model name and the edition number set within the largest gear wheel. I like the way that looks. The actual spinning balance, you can't really see that well from this side. You can see parts of it through the openings or gaps between the bridges and plates, but it's best viewed from the dial side. Now, this is the tourbillon complication, and tourbillon translates to whirlwind in English, so that just, makes your mind think of spinning, maybe a tornado, and that's essentially what's going on here. This escapement, it rotates 360 degrees every minute, so that the effect of gravity on the balance is constantly minimized because it's evenly changing. So positional variance is minimized by design, so that can promote consistent accuracy of the movement. Now, this caliber has 105 hours or a little over 4 1/3 days of power reserve, and that is all held in one large barrel. The escapement is produced with Ligatech or LIGA tech, and so it has lower friction values. The movement is highly shock, highly magnetic resistant, and the Gauss resistance value here is 2000, so very high when it comes to magnetic resistant. And it is supposed to be shock resistant in any direction up to 5,000 Gs, so That's pretty incredible there. The movement is adjusted in 6 positions, again in Morteau, France, and is accurate to a value of -3 to +7 seconds per day, or very similar to chronometer specifications. Now, the last thing I want to note about this caliber is the fact that it's set within a 200-meter water-resistant grade 5 titanium diver that measures in at 11.7 millimeters tall, and that's thin. Considering the specs of the caliber for shock resistance, magnetic resistance, considering that spinning tourbillon cage, I find it impressive that Yema was able to make a tourbillon and place it into a caliber or the specs of this sport watch. I think that's impressive. So you could actually take this diving if you had a mind to do it. I know of nobody that actually dives with a tourbillon, but this watch, it could take the use and abuse. Now, in my opinion, this Superman Tourbillon, it's really more of a flex than it is anything else. It is Yema announcing to the watchmaking world, look what we can do, and we can do it here in France. So given that they're only making 100 units, it's really not a watch that's marketed to the masses. And it has a retail price reflective of that at $13,000. For those interested, I've linked Yema's site. I've linked their social media below. Reach out with any questions, and I'll do my best to help out. Thanks for watching today. Please like this video if you got something from it. And if you want to see more fair, detailed watch content like this, please subscribe. Thanks.